Let's take a look at what happened today with Tesla. We closed at 341.04, up $6.42, 1.92%. So let's take a look at what this means. Let's take a look at the facts and let's try to profit from those facts. Let's go right away on the 1-hour chart to understand how the day happened. So yesterday, remember, we had a significant move down yesterday. We were still into our congestion zone. And for the last two candles of yesterday, we were just above 332.65, right here. Stochastic was not there, and we were making lower highs. Remember, lower highs, lower highs. We had the wick here, right here. So things were not looking too good. So today, what happened today? We opened lower than 332.65, but we had pretty good days. On the first hour, we closed at 340, then went up for the rest of the day, getting close to 350. So this is a nice move. Last hour of the day, we have a significant move down. If we take a look at the next to last candle, we barely got stochastic over 60 with it, and now we have a little bit of a move down. So overall, Tesla is a little bit weaker. When we were into this congestion zone right here at the beginning, if you take a look at stochastic, we had a nice stochastic. Then we started to lose it. We gained it back. And now we are not gaining it back when Tesla is going a little bit higher. When we don't really have stochastic, yes, it's at 63 on that specific hour. But if you look at the last hour and if you look before, stochastic is not over 60. So when you don't have stochastic over 60, any move up is not to be believed. So yes, it happened. And yes, we could make money on it today, playing it intraday on the 5-minute chart. And by the way, on the 5-minute chart, this was pretty easy to see. The first candle of the day was not super nice, but the second just went straight up. And then we have reached the previous top at 336.76. So this is what we identified as a resistance, a congestion zone right here on the 5-minute chart. Once we had the break, then boom, this was our signal. And if you look at it, this was an easy peasy trade to ride. The stock came back down to the 21-day moving average right here until it did not. Then we had identified support at 344.53. Once we broke that support, this was one way of getting out of that trade. The trade was from 337 to 344 approximately. But now on the 1-hour chart, we have no stochastic over 60. And this is showing weakness. I have doubt that we could break 350. I would not be surprised that we started to go lower and retesting 332 or 335. On the daily chart, for investors that care about the trend, the 1-hour chart is for the traders, the slow traders that watch it every hour. And the 5-minute chart is for the fast trigger traders. But on the daily chart, for the investors, we still have a good stochastic. We are still into our bullish channel, still into this bullish channel. So Tesla is still bullish. We are still above the 21-day moving average, which is right here. And if you want another reason, 326.34, we have that number right here. We have a previous support in the past, and we are still holding that. So from that perspective, on the daily chart, Tesla is still bullish. Don't panic. On the 1-hour chart, we have this concern right here that we need to pay attention to. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. The VIX, what did the VIX do? So yesterday, VIX started to climb, and this has not helped what happened yesterday. So yesterday, VIX was at 20, it closed at 2086. So right now, today, we are at 2027. So we are still above 20. This is not our preferred value for the VIX. We like the VIX to be below zero in order to think about going long. And also the VIX made a higher low and a higher high. It is trending up. So yes, this is only 2 candles. So we'll see what happens for tomorrow. But so far, things are not really going in the right direction. Let's take a look at the 20-year bonds, which caused a little bit of a kerfuffle. So the interest rates had to go higher in order for the United States to borrow some money. Now things are cooling down a little bit from yesterday. So yesterday we closed higher than 5.084%. So now we are lower than that. We are at 5.055. So we like to see this come down. When this comes down, the stock market, this tends to help the stock market. So this is interesting information that things are cooling down a little bit. VIX is cooling down a little bit, even though it made a higher high and a higher low. In terms of the close, it's still cooled down. And the 20-year bonds are doing the same. And the 10-year too. The 10-year too. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So what's happening with those? So after caving in yesterday to this downward trend, we are still above support at 41,826. Not much support. If we start breaking lower, then we are going to start thinking. If we start closing lower and watching stochastic, if we start getting stochastic below 60, then we are going to start to think going short. So maybe this is going to be okay to get down to 41,368 right here. Stochastic might not be too impacted. So losing stochastic is going to be one strike. Losing that support right here at 41,368 is going to be another strike. And a third strike is going to be this bullish channel. So if we start getting outside of this area right here, this is not going to be good. So far, this has not happened. Let's just keep watching. SPX, pretty much the same thing. We still have a good stochastic. This one is looking a little bit better. We are higher than support, not right smack on it. NASDAQ, not too bad. Still away from the resistance. Still a good stochastic. Still above the 21-day moving average. This one is the best of the three. Russell, this is a little bit worse. We have last stochastic over 60. We are still above the 21-day moving average, but barely. We are still into our downward channel. This one is not looking too good, I'm going to tell you. We have a little bit of support right here. These two candles right here are providing some support, and we are still above that support. If we start breaking it, because we don't have stochastic, we are going down to the next support level below 2000. So this is what could be happening with this one. We had a little bit of data that came out this morning. So we have existing home sales. This is coming down. So the forecast was at 4.05 million and we are at 4 million. This is representing the lowest home sales in 7 months compared to 4.02 million in March. Total housing inventory was 45 million units, up 9% from March. So home sales have been at 75% of normal or pre-pandemic activity for the past 3 years, even with 7 million jobs added to the economy. That's interesting information. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. We are getting piped into our Discord server. So a Chinese brand did the unthinkable to Tesla in Europe. Sales of Chinese brand has surged 169% in April, as Tesla's dropped 49%. BYD sales exploded last month, taking it past Tesla for the first time. So BYD is a force to be reckoned with. The cars are not maybe as luxurious. The Chinese, in terms of EVs, are going to be a force to contend with. If we look at the best-selling EV brands in Europe in April, this is not Tesla who's in first place. Volkswagen, BMW, Skoda, Audi, Renault, Kia, Mercedes, Volvo, Hyundai, BYD 7231. This is 169% year over year. Tesla 7,000. 49% down. Last year, they were at 15. So 15 would have given them pretty much the second place. Things are not still looking super good in Europe. And if we go by model, we see that the Model Y is in 9th place at almost 4,500 cars. This is still down 53%. So Volks is selling 3 cars, the 3, the 4, and the 7. And they are selling over 6,000 of them. So the big change is the ID7. Look at this, 640% up. ID4 only 3% and ID3 34%. And the Skoda L-Rock 8,000 units sold. And this is what the Skoda L-Rock looks like. So this is an SUV. Yeah, nice looking SUV. Nice looking SUV. Nothing wrong about this one. Let's go back to Tesla. We are still in this congestion zone on the 1-hour chart. Nothing's bad happening to it on the daily. Stay tuned to see what tomorrow has in store for us. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.